Hello and welcome. So I wanted to take just a minute and do a quick, really quick, hopefully follow-up, kind of a little bonus package to the tutorial that I'm uploading right now. So hopefully you'll get to watch that first. A couple of days ago, I did a video for a flip through of a really colorful altered book keepsake journal. So if you want to kind of see what's going on with this little series, check that out and you'll see what I'm working on. But the video that I'm just uploading is the first installment of starting a book from scratch. So grab your old Reader's Digest or another old book and you can craft along with me. Like I said, this is just a little bonus. The first installment, I show how I did the little recess thing, and when I was recording the video, I didn't want to go ahead and glue it all together. So I thought I'd show you how it ended up today before I continue on. And then the other little thing that I was working on was a little booklet that I kind of stopped what I was doing because just to save time, I don't really know that anyone loves to sit here and watch somebody craft in real time because I'm kind of slow anyway. So anyway, the big reveal, this is the recessed portion that I had all the parts and I did the little tutorial of. So the little booklet comes out, everything's all glued together now. So it's like a little box. And then I'll be finishing this up later, but the ribbon's nice and attached, and I even ironed it so it would be all smooth. And then this is my lid. I'll have a new signature going in here. But this is how it all turned out. So you just tie it up, and that's one little signature, and we have the whole rest of the book to do. So we'll move on from there. The other thing that I wanted to go ahead and show in this little bonus is a little trick I used. And I didn't finish this up yesterday because as I was doing my binding, I went to tie the last knot and it was not exactly where I wanted it, and I'd already pulled it tight. So I wanted to undo that so that it's right there in the first hole. And I wanted to go ahead and show you how I do the tassel only because I have a cute little trick that I do for it. And I think when I ended up on this, I was kind of doing it in a hurry, but I used my distressed oxide vintage photo to just kind of make a little more contrast in the thread and to kind of hide these little white dots so you can see it blends in a little better, but the stitching shows up more. The color of thread that I used was really close to the background, so this kind of made it have a little more contrast, and I did the same on the front. So I just wanted to show that. So it is kind of a little added touch. And then I just used the remainder of the thread and cut it to lengths I wanted for a little tassel. I went ahead and tied these on because I want to show you my little trick. I've done this in other videos before, but it's worth it to show it here so you don't have to find it. If you have a thread and you want to do beading on it, but it's not very long and you don't have a beading needle, I have a little trick that I came up with to turn my thread into a needle. I'm going to put this here just so I don't get the glue on my mat, but I'm just using some of my jewelry glue. This one's called Bead Fix. It's same as super glue. So if you have some super glue that's just the liquid kind, that would work too. Now, I don't want to go too far up my thread because it'll actually soak in and kind of run up the thread like a wick. So I just want to get the very end, and I'm just going to put a little drop on there. And when that dries, then that's going to be my needle. I want it long enough that it'll fit through the length of the bead that I need. So I'm going to let that sit for a second. And I did the other one already so that I can show you how I finish off the end. So while that's drying, I just, grabbed some beads that kind of went with my theme here. And I like to, if I want to stagger them, sort of like pearls on a chain, I just put a couple beads and then I just do 2 knots at the bottom. One isn't enough. If you pull, usually the hole's too big and they'll slide. So I just go ahead and do 2 knots where I want them to kind of sit. And then I did another one here and then one at the very bottom. And then I have my stiff part that's a needle. So I left a little soft part of my thread. And I'm just going to cut it off where the hard part is. And then I can take my real needle and then I can just use that to kind of untwist the plies of that thread and use this and kind of fray the end. This is not working very good, this needle. And just kind of untwist the little threads, and then I'll make kind of like a little tassel at the end. So it's really tiny, but at least it looks better than just leaving it flat. So I have one with a little tassel, and then I could put more beads here. I won't have you, I'll do one so that you can see, but that's nice. And let's do this one. Stiff, so that'll just easily thread right through. So that's my little trick. I'll go ahead and finish that one up, and then I have another book ready for my, once I put the little label on it, I'll have it ready for my next signature. So I hope you enjoy that little trick that you can use whenever you're doing some beading on your books, and have a great rest of your day. Now go create something and check out the video. It's about an hour long, but it goes through details about how to do all the parts that I've done so far. So have a great rest of your day. Now go make something. Bye.